is up, my frosty friends? This is Blood Frost Gaming, back here again with another video, and today I'm going to be making a guide on Trove of how to get tons of Flux fast. Now, there are multiple ways we do this. The first way I found it works really well if you're into, farming and taking longer. You can do sort of, normal shadow towers or anything you can basically solo quickly. Even dungeons in just the normal world, but I prefer shadows because they give you a little more flux when you put in the loot collector. You could do this and you'll get tons of flux, man. Even if you're not going to use the item, always pick it up and use it in the loot collector. Not only are you going to be getting the flux, you're going to be getting mastery points for collecting the look of that item to put on your weapons as well. As you can see, Gunslinger doesn't have very many good weapon skins, so it's really important to pick up all of his, in my opinion, because they're just really not that good. I like his attacks. He's one of my main characters I use, but he's not that good. So the next thing you can do is the marketplace. A lot of people try this. A lot of people fail. So taking economics in real life, I know what happens with the market. What's going to happen is going to want to sell it for a lot of money. People aren't going to want to buy it. You're going to sell it in big bulks, which are people are not going to want to buy. For example, if say you need 150 shapestone, right? Would you want to buy something that has 1,000 shapestone and costs less, or which still costs like 10,000? Would you rather buy the thing that gives you 200 for like 800? You go for 200, right? Even if it's more expensive per unit, you're buying less and you're paying less for what you need. So, selling it in smaller bundles is really a good thing. Now, the biggest thing with the marketplace here is selling small bundles, and when you're going to sell something like here, I have shapestone set up in my marketplace almost constantly. As you can see here, the lowest price is 2.3 per unit. Now, you're looking at this and you're going to sell for 2, right? But say you had 11,000 to buy out that giant bulk, you should, because that is really low priced. I mean, whoever sold that is not really looking to get much profit out of it. But if you had enough to buy that and the one next to it, which, I mean, 213,000 is insane. Whoever actually sold 92,000 in one bulk, what the hell's wrong with you? But to be honest, if you could buy out these 2.3s, do it. If you can't, just sell it for 2. So it costs less and sell them in smaller bulks. You could even charge like 4 per unit and sell them in smaller bulks from this, because nobody wants to buy something that has 5,000 of it. I mean, look at this. I mean, why is this even a thing to sell them for 5,000, 5,000, 92,000, 10,000? You won't want to buy this when you're trying to create, a few bombs. You don't want to buy that much. So I could literally get away with selling them for 6 each for like a smaller bundle. So if I go over to my selling screen here and I start to sell excuse me, your shapestone where fuck. You can go down to your shapestone. As you can see, I've been mining them out with bombs, and if you want, you can also adjust the price of all of your items that you sell. So I'm going to sell 100 here, since people like small bulks of items. I'm going to sell them for 6, and as you can see, it's 600, or not that was total, don't do that. Well, not 16 either. Fuck. 6. Alright, so it's going to sell for 600, but since it's in a smaller bulk, people are going to buy even if it's 6 per unit, and it costs less than anything on the market right now. So if we go back and you see 11,000, nobody wants to pay that much, especially when they don't need that much. So I usually just go around mining shapestone, formicite, primordial flames even, and selling those. But now I'm using the primordial flames to make bombs to mine ores. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to look for golden souls. And just a little helpful hint for you guys: if you're looking for golden souls, the best place is these underground areas in, Dragonfire Peak areas. These places usually are not mined at all for some reason. So if you can go down there and mine these, especially on Tuesdays for some reason, you get a lot of golden souls, you get a lot of ore. They're almost never mined for some reason. You never find like empty caverns. They usually have every bit of ore they spawn with. It's pretty amazing. I mean, these things are usually stockpiled. So if you ever want to get like a lot of ore really quickly, just bomb the hell out of these places, and you get a lot of stuff. There's a lot of primordial flames, golden souls, mushrooms, everything you need down here. Just a little hint for you guys if you're wanting to get into the marketplace. Now, as you can see, I'm just mining here, but the next way to earn money is literally carrying. If your character is a high enough level, it can solo a shadow tower in like 30 seconds, you should use that to your advantage. Go into the chat and say, pay me this amount of flux, say 2,000, and I will carry you through easy or normal or hard, whatever you want to do. I don't know there's an easy mode on shadow towers, fuck me. But if you're ever needing Flux and you're high enough level to solo a Shadow Tower, not only are you going to get paid for carrying somebody through it quickly, you will also be getting money for all the loot you collect and put in the loot collector. So it's a double win on your part, and you don't have to pay for the portal. So it's like a double and triple win on your part, because not only are you getting money from them, you're getting money from the loot you collect, and you don't have to pay to open up the portal. So this is another great way to earn Flux. Now, if you're a good builder, on the other hand, you could literally charge people to build pixel art or, you know, good bases, and say that they took all the credit. They can do that, but you have to suggest like a pretty high price for that, like maybe 10,000 Flux, have it built in a certain amount of time. But however, you should not take this to your advantage, and you should not be able to, you know, scam them and run off with it. This is a horrible idea. It will take trust away from the players, make the game horrible for builders, and all in all, it's not a good idea. You should at least stick to your plan. You can have multiple buildings going on once, but what I like to do if I'm helping my friends out is have like a little schedule of when I'm going to work on them. I know I help them out at different times of the day, help them build, help them mine, help them fight. A lot of times what I do is I will go around with a Google document on my phone, and I will run around with that on my phone, and then I'll have an alarm set for each of those times, and then if the alarm doesn't go off, I'll just check Google Documents and it'll be there. So I like to manage my time in every game that I play, especially like Trove, because there's so many things you can do to earn money and stuff, but you have a hard time earning money. It's just so weird. So another thing right here, you can see here is mushrooms, you know, primordial flames. Sell those, because a lot of people need mushroom trucks for dragons, for sponges from the gardening table, to level up their gardening. They need a lot of stuff, and they don't really want to go around looking for it themselves, because you don't get that many from them, especially with primordial flames. They're used to make bombs. Now, if you sell bombs, you can sell them for even more, because they're made with shavestone and the primordial flames, meaning you'll get a double whammy, and you'll be able to sell it for more, and people will know that they cost more, so you're going to be able to sell it for more. However, again, you're going to want to be the lowest price in the marketplace and sell in a small bundle instead of selling at like 10,000. And if you only see big bundles with large or with small prices, you can go a large price or a slightly larger price without it being ludicrous and sell a small bundle, and you'll still get stuff for it. Usually on a good day, it will sell out in about maybe 5 minutes. But you know, people aren't really looking for much Shapestone recently in the beta, and before it was released, everybody wanted Shapestone. But I sold mine overnight. I don't know, I sleep long times, so I don't know when exactly it's sold out. But I do know it's sold out overnight, and probably sold out in about like an hour. Generally, the best time to do this is around Sunday or, you know, Friday during the school year, because then people will be off, and they will be off school, and they'll be online playing Trove, and more people will see your offer. However, you can sell them any time of day, but if you want to get a lot of sales quickly and you don't really feel like getting on the game very often, just sell them on Monday, Sunday, or Friday, which is when most people are active on Trove, I think, because they're less tired out from school. They have a lot of more stuff that they're usually not at their job at that point. Do it at like 5 o'clock where everybody's on, or 6 or 7, and you'll get a lot of stuff done in Trove. On Tuesdays, I don't know why, there's not anybody mining. You can use this to your advantage and get your resources you're going to sell. But the last thing I want to say to you guys, do not trade for Flux. Do not do that. This is the worst possible thing you could do. There are so many scammers out there that will scam you out of your item and not give you Flux. The reason I say this is because I know a scammer when I see one. Seriously, like, a lot of people can't tell the difference, and for some reason they get trolled and scammed out of Flux and items, but it's pretty easy to tell, especially in a game like Trove, when somebody's going to troll you and grief you and take your stuff. And if you're good with this, take a risk and do it, but I would never take that risk, because it's taking a long time to mine out a cave, and you worked hard for the resources. But all it takes is you not backing out at the right moment and them just pressing accept, or you pressing accept first, and then, like, you should always have them press accept first. That's what you should always do. They're buying your product. They should know that you're not going to troll them. You're not going to take their, you know, their item without, or their Flux without giving you their item. You're not going to give them the opportunity to take your item without paying you. And since you're the market and you're the vendor, they really want that item, so they have to press accept first if they want that item, because obviously they accepted the trade. So you have to make sure that they press Flux first, because then if they really want the item, they will press accept first. It just makes sense. And the best thing you do is show that you have it first, like put it in there and then back out and then re-accept the trade, because then they'll know you have it and you're not just bullshitting them, which is what I do a lot if I'm going to trade. I show my item, back out, and then give them another opportunity to put stuff into the table and make sure it's the amount you want, and then press accept after they press accept. That's what I do. And then it usually works out, but a lot of people just, they're assholes. They destroy trust in Trove. Just don't do that, alright? That's just awful. People worked hard to get that stuff, and you're literally destroying a game that was meant to be co-op and good for everybody, and you're just making it awful for people. That's all you guys needed to know to make Flux fast in Trove. You can basically use anything in the marketplace, but Shapestone and Formosite and Primordial Flames seem to be the best selling that I've found. Just the marketplace is like one of the best things I've found to make money. You just make sure that you have a small bundle, make sure that you have a small amount of price on it. If you see somebody that's selling like 5,000 at the least, you can go ahead and raise the price up a little bit and sell yours for like 100 or 125, because people are looking for those small bundles to pay less and still get what they need, not like 10,000 or 90,000 apparently I just saw. So just go ahead and make sure that's the case. And if you enjoyed this video and you think it was helpful to you, please drop a like and consider subscribing, because we are about to hit 100 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. My subscriber count halted for a while. I thank you all for this opportunity to be on YouTube. 64 subscribers is a huge accomplishment to me, which I don't know why. I see other people with 10 million subscribers. I'm never going to get to that point, probably. But, I mean, just 64 subscribers, guys. That is absolutely, like, heartfelt, and I appreciate it. So, if you guys want more tutorials and help on these games, go ahead and let me know, and I'll go ahead and make more videos on them. Let me know what game you want me to do next, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay frosty.